Hey everybody, Kevin Cannon here, your Winter Springs City Commissioner in District 2. There's been a lot of discussion in the last month or so about campaign contributions. I want you to go to this website, www.wheredotheygetthemoney.com. When you type that in, you'll see this open up, and on there you will see the campaign contributions received by all 8 candidates in this city election. Now, if you click at the bottom, you will see that my opponent has received 63% of the contributions from others that are development related. If you click on that pie chart, it'll pop open each of the monthly campaign finance reports, and you can check that out for yourself. How did we come up with the 63%? The total of her contributions from development related money, and this is landowners looking to develop, developers, realtors, real estate companies, builders, contractors, engineering firms, and the like, is $7,000. The total of all contributions which my opponent received from others is $11,059. You divide 7,000 by 11,059, as you see on this worksheet. Multiply it times 100%, it's 63%. That's how we calculated that. Now, why is it that for years, the city commissioners and basically every candidate in the state of Florida is required to file monthly finance reports? This has been for decades, folks, because you, the voters, have a right to know who other than the candidate is putting money into those campaigns and what special interests, what occupations, what businesses are doing so. Some voters like to take that into consideration when they're casting their vote, especially if there's an issue of concern to them. Now, my opponent recently has been throwing out a bunch of figures, and I want to share that with you. She talks about 2000 when I had a campaign. In 2000, folks, I ran for the Florida Senate. That is a very large, very expensive race. In fact, right now, that's a $300,000 to $400,000 campaign. But back in 2000, I received about $130,000 of campaign contributions from lawyers predominantly all over the state. Has nothing to do with City of Winter Springs and a city commission race. Why that's even being injected, I have no idea. 4 years ago, when I ran for the City of Winter Springs, the mayor was kind enough to introduce me to 4 or 5 individuals that were development-related money. One of them was CED Strategies, which is a consulting firm for Chris Dorworth, a developer, and I did accept a check from him. And there was a couple of realtors and a couple of others as well. You know, before I took those contributions, I checked with City Hall. I made sure that none of those folks had any pending land use matters that were going to be under consideration by the city, and none of them did. But as I sat on this commission the last 4 years, it became apparent to me that the most prudent course of conduct is not to accept any money from developers or others, and so I have chosen not to do so in this race. I have self-funded my campaign. I have put $45,000 of my own money into this campaign, which essentially is my 4-year salary as a city commissioner. I am beholden to no one. I decided not to take money from city contractors. I decided not to take money from engineering firms or other businesses that have contracts with the city, or in the future, if I'm sitting on the commission, I would have to vote on a contract for them. I just didn't like the optics, folks, so I've chosen not to accept contributions in my campaigns any further. If you've got any questions, feel free to send me an email, kevin@cannon2018.com. Go to my campaign website, cannon2018.com. And thank you very much for living in the city of Winter Springs, the most beautiful city in all of Central Florida. Let's keep it that way.